We're back with my guest, elementary school counselor Suzi Epstein, and issues of divorce and elementary age school children. Suzi, before the break we were talking about, just some of the issues with regard to step-parents, with regard to custody and high conflict divorces, and some of the counseling and programs you have, which are all excellent. What are some do's and don'ts that parents should have, and this is advice that really is important for our viewers, especially viewers who have elementary age school children and are either contemplating or in the process of a divorce? Let's start first of all with the don'ts.
Okay. The don't, I think the biggest don't is don't put your kids in the middle. It's a tense time for you and your soon-to-be ex-spouse or spouse now, and putting the kids in the middle is very detrimental, and they feel like it. Many times on our first day session, we give drawing paper and say, how does it feel? What does it feel like for you? And I've had kids literally take a heart and draw a crack in it and say, it feels like my heart's breaking. It's really so sad. Or they'll take two pieces of paper and crumple it up. This is really interesting, and make one into a ball and feel, they say we're like the ball in between two pieces of paper and being tossed back and forth. My older kids will say that. So the analogies are really significant in terms of the turmoil, the internal turmoil that's going on for the kids, even the ones that can't articulate it. So a don't would be, don't put your kids in the middle and don't make them be messengers. So many times I hear and parents tell me and kids tell me, I can't even speak to their dad or their mom, so they say, when you see daddy on Wednesday night, you tell him I said, or when you see mommy, you tell her we said. That's a huge mistake.
Yes.
Because it really makes kids feel uncomfortable. They feel disloyal to the other parent. I can't love daddy because mommy's so mad at him. If I love dad, my mom's going to get mad at me, or vice versa. So don't make your kids feel like if they're supportive of one parent, it means they're not supportive of you. They need to love both parents. We tell the kids, both parents totally never stop loving you, and it's okay to love both parents. Even if mommy and daddy are angry at each other, they're not angry at you. So putting the kids in the middle, allowing them to be messengers, those are two definite don'ts. The financial issues, because of this day and age in Michigan, I haven't ever had as much as I have in the last 2 years of, my mommy said my daddy spent all our money, or daddy said he can't pay for new clothes or new books or new this because we don't have any money left anymore, and mommy doesn't have her job anymore.
That's horrible. I mean, these are things that children should not be exposed to.
Right. So that's huge.
Do's.
Okay, do's.
Yes.
Communicate with your children in terms of answering their questions, but not giving them a lot of details. You know, this is a hard time for mommy and daddy. We're going through a hard time right now, so sometimes mommy and daddy might get angrier easier than we would normally. Sometimes mommy and daddy may have less time. We talk about changes in the house, and we talk about that with our kids. What things might be different, and parents can verbalize that. You know, things are going to be a little bit different. We may not be able to take as many vacations as we used to. We may not be able to go to a lot of the same things we used to do. We're going to have to do things a little differently. So I think the key thing, no matter how young or old is communication. It just matters the amount or the level that you share. Of course, you're not going to share the same things you would with your younger age school child to your middle school or high school child, but still keep it a secret, terrible thing. Discuss it and answer the questions as they arise.
We're down to less than a minute. What are some final thoughts that you would like to share with our viewers before we sign off?
I think the most important thing is if a parent is contemplating a divorce or a separation or in the middle of one, number one, to involve the school. Let people know where you're at, what's happening, so that we can be aware and help you and your child. Number two, know that there's people to go to and to talk to, that there's resources out there, whether it's the school, the county, private counseling. We make those available to you, and take advantage of them, because it's a stressful time for you and your children, and we're there to help, and we want to help.
Suzi, this is very, very important. We're out of time. I want to thank you for being my guest on Practical Law.
I appreciate it.
I want to thank you for watching Practical Law.